And welcome back, everyone, to CWNT. Thank you for tuning back in. You know, I'm always appreciative of you guys listening to me ramble with somebody on this podcast. But today I have an awesome guest, someone who has known me for 20 plus years. And also, we will be talking about growing up together. Super excited about this episode. It's always a pleasure, reminiscing with people, but I won't spoil it too much for you. Just go ahead and take a listen. Bye. We are back, everybody. Welcome back to CWNT. Thank you for tuning in. It's Asia, and I have a very special guest on my podcast today. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get into it, but go ahead and introduce yourself for the people.
Hello, you guys. My name is Sarah, better known as Sarah, coming to you with today's news. You know that's my intro. But no, you guys, I am Sarah, Asia's best friend for years. We met through dance school when we were in the middle school age years, and we've been friends ever since. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So as she said, we've known each other since middle school, and it's been, oh my God, like 20 plus years. It's been a long time. Mm-hmm. So me and Sarah are more like sisters than best friends at this point. Right. It's been a long road just watching each other grow. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, just watching each other grow into our adulthood and, just going through different experiences and how we've handled it and how we felt watching each other go through that stage of our lives. So what was your first impression of me when we first met? I know it was so long ago, but what were you thinking?
Yeah. Whenever I think of when we first met or type of things, I just always remember how well we connected with each other. It was like an instant connection, nothing in between that really stopped us from becoming friends and closer friends and things of that sort. So you just live with that gravitating person anybody could go to. Yeah.
Yeah, I can say the same thing about Yes. So the dance school that we went to, rest in peace, Miss Carol, we love you.
Yeah.
We went to an all-black owned dance school over at 63rd PCD. 63rd and Market PCD. Shout out to them. Yes, girl. No, I'm tripping. But some of the girls, they weren't as approachable, I guess, because they felt as if, they had to, gatekeep, and just, I guess, be a little bit more competitive than you would really need to at a school like that. And me and Sarah, we clicked almost immediately. I was a little bit more shy and timid because Sarah had been dancing there for a number of years before I had been there. So I was real laid back, trying to feel everybody out. And then I think you were the first person that came up and talked to me like, "Hi, I'm Sarah." If you ever meet Sarah, she's just going to be right in your face. She's like, "What are you doing?" And then, just very social and talkative. And I'm glad that she came up to me and said something. So I was excited. I was like, okay, it might not be that bad. Exactly. Okay. So that's how we really met. And then, we've just always stayed in touch, even from when I first went off to college. And now that I'm in the military, we're even more farther away from each other.
Crazy.
So that's difficult, but we making it work. Let me think. What was our most iconic memory?
Yeah,
you can think of.
I'm always going to bring this up. When we went to North Carolina for how old were you turning? 20?
20. I must have been at least 20 around that time. 22?
22.
Maybe I was 22?
Maybe. But yes, that one night we went to the club on the day that it was going to be your birthday. So leading up to your birthday. And we really got that Southern vibe. And we never really had that. So just partying with our type of style with a different atmosphere was just like lit. It really like
Yes.
made me have a good time or whatever. And like looking back at the pictures and videos, I could really tell like we had a great time. Like that's one memory that I will always remember as like the most iconic, the best one.
Mind you, I had no idea what songs were playing. I did not know any of these songs. I was not paying attention to what was going on, but
the they were doing. Oh my god!
Yes, I was like, "What is happening?" Completely different environment from what we're used to, especially in the clubbing scene, because we don't really go out that much in Philly. We've only been out to the clubs in Philly every month.
Especially at this moment.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot going on in Philly right now. Y'all need to figure life out over there. But yes, girl. So when we went, because we were staying with your family members out there, right? Yeah, so we were staying with her family members, and you're like, you know what, let's just go out, whatever. And it was a last minute trip, if I remember. It was just like, Asia, you want to come to North Carolina?
Right.
And I was like, please, let's go.
Why not?
Yeah, so it was just such a good time. It was a random trip. And we just had so much fun, and we just adapted to our environment. It was such a good time. I remember that.
I feel like that's what we do wherever we are. We just adapt to it and just be the life of the party.
Yes. I'm trying to think. What was what's an iconic moment that I could think of? I mean, honestly, I just remember our days where we would be backstage at our performances at Penn. At Penn, and we would always just be goofing around and like practicing our dances, and then just whispering to each other like, I hope I don't forget this move, or I hope I don't forget this part. And it's just such an iconic moment, because that's really how we bonded our friendship, like a lot. Because we were always together back in the dressing rooms, dancing together, acting up, joking around, fooling. Oh, and when we decided to join a training company together.
Oh my gosh. You guys, we were in the whole dance company. That's how you know we were good. Okay? A whole dance company. Let me put it out there. It was Grace Dance Company. So you know it was a good company.
What was it like seeing each other, or seeing me go through the trenches, is what I put it as, like, the struggle bus, or riding the struggle bus. Like, what was it like seeing me go through my crazy phases, and then I'll share how it felt.
What are you talking about, like your most recent change from your most recent change?
Well, yeah. I mean, and then I can share how it felt to watch you transition into your new life as well. Yeah.
So, as I always said to you, like, I was just very proud of like where you got into, just because like you have a lot of dreams in mind, and sometimes I feel like people can get in between that, and I feel like there was a certain person that did get in between your dreams that you wanted to accomplish, or just didn't give you that push you needed. So I feel like it has hindered like your exposure, your more of you. You're more of your creativity and stuff like that. And so now that I feel like, you got out of that situation, you really got to really think about your next moves, and you didn't wait too long to like pursue them. So that's why I'm just proud.
Yeah, that's true. I was distracted for a long time, and I did let that human being, my ex, I mean, he's not an awful person, but let's be real. I'm not going to act like he didn't really get in the way of what I was trying to do, but I let someone that I cared about determine what my next step was in life, simply because I have such a big heart and I always want to take care of other people. I had to finally say enough is enough, and I have to take this step for me, even though it hurt a lot, you know what I mean? But I always appreciate the support from you and your family, and of course my other best friends and my family members for pushing me. It was like, y'all really pushed me. They're like, if this is what you want to do, you need to go ahead and get out of this right now and go do it, because now is the time.
Perfect
baby
time.
Girl, baby girl getting older. So I can't continue to
Hitting
waste
30.
time. Okay, like ooh wee, 30's right around the corner, but um, it wasn't an easy journey, and it was super hard. Like it was a little terrifying. It was terrifying to finally just say, you know what, I got to do this. It's either now or never. I want happiness for myself, and I want to push myself career wise. So let me go ahead and do this now. But for you, it was just so cool seeing. I feel like you've always been a planner.
Yeah.
Like you've always set yourself up. You're like, okay, I want to do modeling, so I'm gonna do these shows, and then I'm gonna do whatever it is I have to do to be successful in this realm. And then when I'm ready to move on to the next thing, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get my degree, I'm going to go ahead and try to do internships, network, find a mentor. And I'm always learning from you, because I always told myself, like, okay, my best friend knows how to plan so well. I need to learn from her so I can go ahead and apply those same skills to my own life. Because yes, I plan things out as well, but I tend to throw a little too much on my plate. So I've learned from you to kind of take a step back and do one thing at a time, or focus on one thing at a time.
I love that.
But talk about your journey as a newscaster and a reporter.
Yeah. As in like how it is now, or how did I get to it?
Like how'd you get to it and how it is now? You can touch on both sides.
Okay. So how I got to it was like a blessing in disguise. Because I've been trying to like achieve this dream of becoming. I'm not at my dream yet. Like I want to become a news anchor, but I'm closer than I was before. But this job in particular was like unforeseen, because I didn't think like I could really get to this spot. So when I graduated with my undergrad in Pennsylvania, I was just happy to work like customer service jobs, but I knew that's not really what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to feel like I wasted my 4-year degree. So I happened to be talking to different people who are in the newsroom, and they were saying, honestly, you need to make a demo reel. And I thought, like, if I'm going to make a demo reel, I want it to be professional. Like, I want to learn how to actually do it. And so that's when I'm like, I might as well just go back to school. And so as I was looking for different broadcasting and master's programs, that's when I found a school in Florida. And I just hopped on it quick, because I didn't want to stop. Like, my adrenaline was, like, going, and they were like contacting me, like telling me what they can do for me, and it was like perfect. So I got there, and it was only 11-month program, and I would say by like my 9th mark, I made like a bunch of like demo reels at like different areas and stuff like that I happened to like post it on social media, got in contact with other reporters. One became my mentor, had me like applying for like all these different jobs, programs, and things of that sort. And then there was just one that I applied for. Sooner or later, they sent it to like news directors all across the U.S., my reel and my resume. And then the ones who were interested in me got back to me. And I got like a couple of offers, but the best offer was the one in North Dakota. Right. And so now that I'm in North Dakota, I am that reporter. You guys know North Dakota is cold.
Yes, it is cold, girl.
Yeah.
So when she first got there, wait, what month did you get there?
February.
Yes, so she got there in February. Then she started sending me videos of the snow. And I said, you know what? That's crazy, because I could never. Mind you, Philly, yes, we get snow, but it hasn't been like super bad in the past couple years. But the way that snow looks in North Dakota, oh my gosh, like I just don't understand how you deal with that. I don't get it.
For real. And then as like my job, we don't ever have days off, so it's even harder when you have to like do things in that. And so going into like what I do on a daily basis is basically go to reporter meetings in the morning. We get assigned our stories. You make your calls. You go to the shoot. You're either with a photographer or not with a photographer. And when you're at
Yeah.
the shoot, you're taking B-roll of what's happening. You interview that person. You come back. You edit everything. You write the script for the anchor, and yeah, that's the job of a reporter.
Yeah. And she be looking professional.
Girl,
She makes her
what?
TikTok.
Looking like I know how to work a camera.
Yes, girl. Oh,
You heard me?
yeah.
You heard me?
I heard you.
Looking like I know how to work a camera now.
Yes, but she looks so good. You know, she's really putting in hard work, like hard work.
It's not an easy
It is
job
not.
at
No.
all.
Yeah, she got her backpack on, carrying around them heavy
Girl,
cameras.
the camera's looking bigger than me. I'm so tiny near my equipment. So tiny.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, from where she started to where she is now, it was such a long journey, but it feels like it just flew by.
Right.
And after she graduated in Florida, you know, things really started taking off, especially after you connected with your mentor, which I was super happy about, because having a mentor, and let's be for real, the correct mentor, one that's definitely going to advocate for you and make sure you're taking the right steps, that can really help you soar in your career. And I'm really happy that you found her, because it's so hard to navigate in any career field on your own, but as a reporter and trying to become a news anchor, that's difficult, because you need connections, I think.
You do.
Honestly, I would like to see you as like a commentator or like a motivational speaker. Like you could possibly be working for Essence or something like that. I feel like
it's crazy because so many people like see more that I could do, but I don't know, I'm just scared to. Just because now that I'm in the industry, I'm seeing how hard it is.
Yeah.
So like to actually do it, it's like, do I really have that? You know, I doubt myself a lot, especially with just being in the industry. I just doubt myself a lot. So that's really all.
So speak on that. Like, what are some of the difficulties that you see in your current career field? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. So when I first got into it, I thought it was going to be peaches and cream. You know, I thought it was going to be a light, easy job to get into, just because I already had like so much personality, creativity, enthusiasm, kindness, things of that sort. But that's not what it takes. What the field actually takes. It actually takes, I am a hard worker, dedication, but it actually takes like the knowledge of it, tough skin. It takes, and more background experience with it. And with me, I got like a different background experience than the others. So I didn't go to school for journalism or broadcasting. I went to school for PR, advertising, communications, and then digital filming and video production. So I got like that behind the scenes stuff, but not actually what exactly news does. So my first couple months were really rough. It was hard just because I wasn't confident in myself, just because people aren't there to tell you, Sarah, you're doing good. They're pushing you to do better, but they're not going to always compliment you on your good. So I was thinking at the moment, like, oh, I'm not doing good because I'm dwelling on my mistakes, or I'm not hearing people say this, or I'm trying to prove this and things of that sort. And then also I'm up here by myself and I don't really have family around. So I'm getting lonely. But until I found like a church out here, I got connected with another girl from another station, and she connected me with her friends. I started to gain a life outside the work that really helped boost that confidence I once had, and just really showed me that like I can do this. I just gotta keep working hard, just because I know that I came from a different background.
Yeah, and I know that could be difficult too. I know when I first came out here, I was like very much so like, I don't want to talk to none of y'all because y'all are not. I was very much so. It was hard for me to come out of my little shell and like, make new friends and kind of open up a little bit, because I love my best friends. I love my family. So me making new friends is really hard because I'm so comfortable with my little circle. So when you were going through that, and having to build your own life in a completely different area. I knew that was going to be hard for you, but I just tried to encourage, like, just give it time. Like right now, it's about you focusing on your craft and just trying to get comfortable, a little bit more comfortable with, you know, this brand new career field that you just stepped into. That's going to be hard in general. So I was like, you know what, just give it time, keep praying, you know, just stay focused on God and yourself and your career right now.
And that's the crazy part about it, being up here. Like, I don't like telling people this, but it's actually the truth. Like, I actually got closer to God up here because that's who I leaned more on, because everything was so new to me. And, you know, it would be days where I come home crying because I did not like how my day went, or I felt like I couldn't do it, or it was just too hard and stuff like that. And it, like, he really, like, got me through. And now when I pray, it's just like, I never knew I could get to this point.
Yeah, like it kind of surprised you. It surprises you that you can get that close to God and have that amount of faith in Him to get you through any situation. I was praying a lot when I was studying for that test, especially leading up to the test date. I was praying, I was like, Lord, just hold my hand, you know, guide me, help me to stay focused on what I got to do just to pass this test. I don't care what passing grade I get, but just help me pass this. Because I just need to move on and move forward so I can finally, you know, build the life that, you know, I want to see for myself. But yeah, I mean, it's been a journey for both of us, but for you, it's just, you know, I'm so proud of how far you've come. Like, seeing you put yourself through school. Mind you, this girl put herself through school, y'all. I'm not even joking. And I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she did it.
I did not want to go back to school, but I had to.
She did not. She really didn't. And I said, you know, you going to graduate. I already know. She graduated, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle. So I definitely see you gaining more confidence in all areas of your creativity and, you know, what you can do. And then I do see you in a great relationship.
Period.
With somebody on your level, somebody who's going to take care of you, and definitely someone who's going to want to build a relationship with you, which is very important. Let me think. In 10 years, I don't know. Probably, like, obviously you're going to have a family by then. You'll have a house, and
that's what I want.
You'll definitely have a big house for all of your family members to come spend time with you.
Because you know, I love my family. Love get-togethers.
They know how to have a party. So definitely see you being a homeowner and traveling a lot, because I know that's what you like to do as well.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, girl. All right. So let's see. Do you have any current goals that you are trying to accomplish? Any short-term or long-term goals? What you think?
Well, at the moment, I feel like I'm just trying to be the best reporter I can be. Just because I know that my ending goal, like, I want to be a news anchor. And that takes a lot. Like, now I really see how deserving that position is, because you really have to go through the dirty work of being a reporter to get to that anchor position. And it's a lot. So I just want to, like, you know, just fully succeed at that role so that I'm prepared for the next role. So that's like my goal at the moment. Or just at the moment, just be so, like, learn so much and grow so much that when I go to the next station, I'm even better.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's like your main goal, which I don't blame you. I would be focusing on my main goal as well. All right. That's great. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing how much you grow in the next few years. Because I think you said you'll be, I don't know. Did you say when you'll be moving on, or when you plan to go back?
Well, it's a 2-year contract, so I'm finished 2025.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So I'll be leaving the island. I'll be leaving Okinawa in 2025 too.
I think
So
you
we'll
told me.
both,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll both be transitioning at the same time.
Ah!
That's gonna be crazy. I just realized that.
Reunited and it feels
It
so
was so
good.
good. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
So of course I'll be leaving this base in 2025 in October, and then you're gonna be transitioning in 2025 as well. So,
Yeah, but in February.
Yes. Okay. So it'll be cool to see where I end up, because I don't even know where the heck I'm going to go.
That would be
that'll
so
be
cool to do like a reuniting podcast
Yes, we should do
at that
that.
moment. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that, and we'll see. It'll be cool to kind of just talk about how the transition was, and where do we see ourselves going from here, and like, do you feel more confident like going to your next news station, and like how you've grown. I don't know which base I want to go to. I'm not sure.
I can definitely see you in the South.
In the South, girl, I don't want to go back to the States. I'm trying to tell you right now. I really don't. I'll come visit y'all.
Yeah.
But to live in the
States, stay in Japan?
Girl, I'm not saying I'll stay in Japan. I might just move internationally, so I don't have to. I don't know if the States is for me anymore. With the way like the crime rate is just out of control. Like I can barely speak about it because I don't have any words. Yeah. But it's just the violence is getting out of control. Like there's constantly, a story on my timeline or on the news about somebody passing away or getting shot, kids getting shot and being found in dumpsters. Did you hear about that kid in West Philly?
You said in the dumpster?
Yes, he was killed and found in a dumpster. And mind you, like I have family who live very, very close, like on the cusp of West Philly, and then also, you have a family member, like a few family members who live close to that area as well. Yeah. And I'm like, when it comes to my own family that I will eventually have, I don't want them to experience that. I don't want my kids looking over their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Looking over their shoulder or being super self-conscious about what they're putting on and how they're talking and, trying to be aware of like who's around them and what they might have in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I can't. I just want everybody, when everybody comes to my home, I want them to feel safe. I want them to feel like they can just relax and be at peace, and I think that's just going to have to happen overseas, internationally, wherever that might be. Sense. Yeah. So I wish I felt comfortable living in the United States because it would be easier for me to see my family members, but at the end of the day,
I don't think your family or friends would mind taking a trip to see you because everybody likes to travel overseas anyway.
Not at all. Not at all. I've had multiple family members say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna come visit, and I definitely want to plan something out." I'm like, "Yeah, come on over here because it's a great experience. Like the scenery, the culture.
It's just so. I don't know what's happening."
Well, we have to plan it. We have to plan it. Sure, we'll plan it. It'll be a good time. Okay, so now I do have it's kind of like a game, but not really. But so there have been multiple podcasts and different like YouTube channels that do this thing where they read Reddit stories and they kind of talk about their opinions on it. So I pulled up a Reddit story that we're going to discuss, right? Okay. And it's from the subreddit, and it says, it's from the subreddit, Am I the A-hole? I'm trying not to. Am I the asshole? And let me see if I can pull up the, let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, so it says, would I be the asshole if I bailed on a wedding next week, right? Mm-hmm. Can you still hear me? Okay, good. All right, so here's the context. I'll read the whole thing. It's a little long, but it's not too long. Okay. All right. Estranged friend, 30-year-old female, invited me, 30-year-old female, to her wedding. But I have so many mixed feelings. We were best friends, attached at the hip from the ages of 10 to 20 or so. We did everything together as teenagers. We have grown apart over the years, largely because of her alcoholism. She started choosing the bar scene and getting wasted over everything else, and then that was never my scene. She was also not so mushy, lovey drunk. She was angry, belligerent, and had laid hands on me and others before when she was wasted, meaning she was drunk.
Mm.
She finally went on to rehab in our mid-20s, but the damage had been done. I can't see her as the same person anymore, and I felt that in her 12-step process, she never truly apologized for or acknowledged all that she did, at least not with me. She also denies therapy, refusing to acknowledge the root of her addiction, and instead of turning to AA and religion, expecting it to fix her problems, which it's not. So basically, I guess what they're saying is like she never really acknowledged the root of her addiction and then just tried to patch it up with like AA and religion and whatever else. But anyway, she also confided in me a few months ago that she has yet to discuss, intimacy with her new partner. We're not going to get all the way into that. Instead, expecting him to turn to other alternative methods. And when I asked her about plans for the future, she just got quiet, like completely shut down, and eventually changed the subject. Rather than talk about or address the issues directly, she has always either shut down, been passive-aggressive, or blown up. There is no in-between. I'm very concerned about their marriage and with the new partner. He is 20 years her senior, and he gives me a weird vibe. I only met him once after the speedy engagement, so it feels way too late to say anything. I am anxious that I was invited out of some sort of perceived obligation. Similarly, I feel obligated to go. After all this, I have admitted I don't want to go. I do love her and I always will, but I'm resentful for the past and afraid for her future. And I feel it is too close to the wedding date to express my concerns. Would I be the asshole if I bailed out next week? Also, there's like a little tidbit at the end. We grew apart from an old friend, but was invited to her wedding. Oh, wait, I don't need to read that. It is what it is. Okay, so anyway, that was a lot. How do you think you would handle this situation?
I would still go to the wedding.
Yeah?
Just because people pay a lot for a wedding anyway. So,
True.
Just because you have that invite and she decided to still invite you, like the friendship is still there. And I feel like we could talk about it after the wedding. But let's celebrate that time with you at that moment.
Right, but then my thing is, homie, you done laid your hands on me. Like, we done got in a fight and we scratched.
But a lot of
with
people,
like other friends.
It depends on what type of fight it was. Because I heard a lot of friends get into fights. Like, we never got into physical altercation or anything. But I feel like it depends because they just said fight. It could have been an argument.
She said she laid hands on her.
Oh yeah, she definitely did say that.
She said she laid hands on her. Now, to me, that's a little too far. Now, I obviously would feel bad. Like, say if it was us in like a similar situation, right?
Yeah.
Now, of course, I would feel bad for saying like, no, I can't come to your wedding. Like, whatever. Like, I don't care what we went through. I'm not coming to the wedding. I would feel awful saying that to you because we have so much history. So for me to say like, I'm not coming to your wedding, that's kind of crazy. Even regardless if we got into, like a little altercation. Coming from me, I can be understanding because I've known you for so long and I know that's not something you would do.
Right.
Maybe it was just the liquor in your ear just trying to tell you like, hit that girl, whatever. But coming from like the viewpoint of her having an alcohol problem, that's even more difficult because being addicted to alcohol or being an alcoholic,
Mm-hmm.
you can't really control. You can't really control yourself that much while you're
Yeah,
in
and
alcohol, and
that's what you
yeah.
have to take into consideration too. That
Mhm.
could have been the cause of the fight too.
Yes, like maybe she, wanted another shot, and homegirl was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Nah, like you're already too drunk. Like let's just leave." And she
Yeah.
probably got upset about that. I've dealt with certain situations like that where people are getting a little too drunk and they want to drink some more, and I've had to tell them no. And of course, they're
Mm-hmm.
getting upset at me because I'm deciding for them, like, you need to chill out. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who knows? Like I could have been in the same situation as her, but
Yeah.
it's just that's such a weird situation to be in. Like I think I would just have such a hard time.
Yeah.
I have such a
I
hard
don't know.
time.
It was hard for me to put my foot in those, put my foot in those shoes because I've never been through
Yes.
that. That's why I'm saying it's so easy. Like, I'll still go.
Yeah. So, and then what do you think about the whole situation with the girl's partner? Like she feels uncomfortable with her ex-best friend's partner, and this guy
Yeah.
is like 20 years older than her. Like how would you go about talking to her about, like, are you sure you want to marry this guy, or like how do you think that would
It's
go?
like you can't really control who somebody likes, somebody's love
Mhm.
life that much. Because you
Yeah,
never know what they're looking for in love or like what they're looking for in
right.
another person. Like everybody's traits and what they look for is different. So, I
Hmm.
would give her my opinion, but
Hmm.
I'm not gonna try to persuade her to like, do anything she doesn't want to do.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that person's just gonna learn their lesson.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true. I
with my
mean,
situation, like, people told me just to leave. Did I really leave? No, I went back and look what happened. I learned my lesson type
yeah,
of thing. So,
yeah. I mean, everybody has to go through their own issues, and
yeah,
whether they decide to take your advice or not, that's on them.
yeah, right.
But I mean, let me think. I think, uh, I mean, when it comes to, if I haven't talked to this girl in like years, or if I haven't talked to this person and we haven't had like an actual close relationship in so long, I
Uh-huh.
don't know if I could really say to her, like, you sure you want to marry that guy? Like, he doesn't really seem like for you. Because that's not my place at this point. Like, we're not that
Yeah,
close
right,
anymore. I
right.
could understand if we were super cool and like we're talking to each other, every month or almost every day, just checking
Yeah,
in. But I'm not going to sit here and look at you in your face and say, like, I don't know, you seem kind of
yeah.
shady. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
then you're going to second guess your entire marriage and your entire relationship based off of my opinion, someone who hasn't known you for X amount of years. Mind you, people
Yeah,
can change in like a very short period of time.
right.
People can change.
Yeah,
So people who I haven't spoken to in years, they don't really know me that well anymore because I've evolved, just like you've
yeah.
evolved and changed into a different woman.
Mm.
So yeah, that was such an interesting uh story, and I wonder, I'll have to, when we do the reunion, I'll try to see if there's like a
Update.
like an update or something.
Yeah.
Or if we do one before, I'll try to see if there's an update. I'll go back and look for it. But yeah, I don't know. That was interesting. That was a very interesting
Interesting. Definitely.
story.
And it's so
But
crazy that like some friendships go through that. Like,
ain't it
like I never
crazy?
really had that hard of a friendship. Like,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, and if I did have a difficult friendship, if people, I just don't really want to go through that with my friends. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, of course, if we
Yeah.
have a misunderstanding, like, we'll talk about it. I'll say,
Yeah.
no, that's not what I meant. I meant X, Y, and Z, and this is
Right.
why, this happened, or whatever, whatever. And usually, me and my friends can get through that and just, brush it off our shoulders and continue our friendship.
Yeah.
But with something like this, I'm like, it probably wasn't meant to be. Like,
Right.
maybe we just are not meant to be friends, and I'm
Honestly.
cool with that. Yeah, I don't know how people go through the whole, like, arguing with their friends and then they're cool again and then they have another
Yeah, that's just
argument.
toxic. And
Like,
I had that type of friendship. You know who I'm
yeah.
talking about. Yeah. So it's just
For I could definitely see that one that I got out of probably would have ended up like the one we read.
Oh,
It could have probably got like physical. It
yeah.
could have.
It
So
probably could have. And to
yeah,
admit that is hard. Like, to
yeah,
admit that it could have gotten physical, it's very difficult to admit that.
right.
But I'm glad that you got out of it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna do more of these stories with my guests
You
and
should.
ask some questions. I think that's a good idea because they're
Yeah.
funny. They're actually, there's some funny ones on there, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah. All right, but so I'm gonna end this here because we're coming up
No,
on
you're not.
an hour.
So you
What?
talked a lot. You talked a lot about,
Oh, oh,
about how proud you are of me and stuff like that. But I want to end it off with saying how proud I am of you. Starting this podcast up is amazing. Like, I was talking to my other friends when we had like our connection issues, and they were saying like, "Oh my gosh, I want to start mine." Like, they were just asking me so many questions about you, and it's just like, I remember that was how you were, having the enthusiasm to start it, and like now that you done it, it's like you're still growing with it, and I love it that you're
yeah.
still pushing forward towards it, and it's so cool. Like, I never saw this like setup of how it is, and then like the actual edit of it all, so it's all so cool, and I'm just very proud that you took this step forward to get into this.
Yeah, I'm always coming up with like different ideas, and I'm like, I want to do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And then to finally, but this is like one idea that I've had for so long, and then for me to finally just keep going on from episode to episode, and then just figuring it out as I go, it's pretty cool. So I appreciate the support for sure. And you just believe
in me. I'm so glad
we
finally did it.
Yes. Oh my God, it's about time. Woo, we had to reschedule like 4 or 5 times by this point.
Oh my
goodness. Yes. So yes, I'm glad I finally found the courage to do it. And I'm like, okay, like, let's just go ahead. Like, the first episode, I was being so meticulous and very picky with the editing and everything. And my friends were like, just upload it already. So I just did it. And I was like, okay, I'm done.
It was a good one. It was definitely a good one.
Definitely a drastic change from the first episode, but I think it's good because all those sound effects and everything, like, I might bring it back at some point. But it's so much, and I think I was overwhelming myself. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna talk, and maybe at some point I could bring back the sound effects. But but so am I cool to end it here now, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Okay. But before we log off, I definitely wanted to have you just tell everybody where they can find you on social media so they can tune into your I guess you could call them stories or articles
definitely.
And stuff like that.
Well, I guess it's on my Instagram too. So my Instagram page is __ and ANNE Sarah SARA, and then 2 underscores, all lowercase. And in my bio, it will have the station I work for, as well as like an email link not email, but a link that goes to my news profile, and it has like all my stories and stuff like that.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. So definitely check her out, you guys, and watch her content and her videos, read her articles, please, and thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and definitely hit her up. Let her know how she's doing. She's doing great. So
and give me some story ideas. Give me some story ideas.
Yes, definitely. Hold on, wait. You're breaking up. Why is it doing this?
Oh my gosh.
What is the problem, yo?
This never happened,
it low
right?
data mode? What happened?
This never happened to you, right?
I'm trying to figure out why it's not. Because you're on Wi-Fi. Are you on Wi-Fi? It's just... it's not letting us be great. I just don't understand why you won't let me record with my friend. Ooh, you're pissing me off. Yeah. I hate this shit. This has never been
help?
this complicated. What the heck? And that is a wrap. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I also hope you enjoyed the bloopers at the end. Yes, it is true. We had to do this at least 3 times. You know what? But it's okay. We moved though. We made it happen. We got an episode out. It is what it is. Also, y'all, please let Sarah know if you have any connections that she can make in her industry. If you know anybody, please send her the information and just definitely support her through this journey so she can climb up the ladder so she can make it to the news anchor position. I don't know where she's going to end up, but I know she's going to do amazing. So I'm excited to see where she will be in the next few years. As always, you know where you can find CWNT. We are on Spotify. And I hope to hear from you guys as far as what you want to hear next and who wants to be on the podcast next. Hit me up, baby. Until next time, y'all. Bye.